All right, we are in Mirtz Hashem. First of all, it's nice to be live with everyone, relatively live, with everyone. Today we are continuing today in Mirtz Hashem in the Kitzur in Siman Gimel Sif Dalid. Siman Gimel Sif Dalid. So the Kitzur writes as follows. He says, "Lefi shematzinu shehayomin hi chashuva batorah le'inyan avoda." So remember, in general, we find that the right side has a greater chashivos, has a greater importance than the left, and we find this in a variety of different ways. For example, avoda, right? The avoda of the Kohen must be done with the right hand. In fact, interestingly enough, a left-handed Kohen cannot do the avoda inside of the Beis HaMikdash, which is pretty amazing. I mean, a little bit of an affront to us lefties, but fascinating nevertheless. All right, so we see that the right has a chashivos. Furthermore, again, it says chalitza. Let's work backwards. Chalitza, remember from our Yivamis days. Some don't want to remember the Yivamis days, right? But right from our Yivamis days, you take off the right shoe for chalitza, for the blood applications, for the miluim, the consecration of the Mishkan, for the mitzorah. All of this was done on the right side. And therefore, because the right has a greater level of importance, lachein, bilavisha, therefore, again, when it comes to getting dressed, and in general with other things, yakdim shal yamin l'shal smol. A person should go ahead and always put the right before the left. So he's talking about over here just in general, like getting dressed in the morning. You put on, your right pant leg before you go ahead and you put on your left pant leg. But he gives more specific examples over here. Conversely, so when getting dressed, you give precedence to the right. When getting undressed, you go ahead and take off the left first, because obviously, again, when getting dressed, so the way you demonstrate chashivos, importance to the right, is by doing that which is on the right side first. When getting undressed, the way you demonstrate chashivos is by going ahead and leaving the right on for a longer amount of time and removing the left first. Therefore, he says, when taking off your shoes, for example, yachlos shel smol tchila, take off your left shoe first. Ach le'inyan kshira, here's what's interesting. When it comes to tying, hasmol chashav yoser. This is interesting. When it comes to tying, the left has greater importance. How so? Because since, again, a person is right-handed, we assume the majority of the world is right-handed. So therefore, again, halacha l'mais, when putting on tefillin, you put tefillin on your left hand. So the act of tying really occurs primarily on the left. Lachein, kishetzarech likshar yikshar sasmol tchila. Therefore, whenever you have to tie something, you should tie that which is on the left first. For example, if you have shoes that have laces, you tie the left shoe first. Noel sheyamim ve'ena koshro, Noel eshel small v'koshro, v'achar kach kosher shel yomim. So here, we'll say important halacha. Kitzur tells us how to put our shoes on in the morning. So how do you put your shoes on? So now, first of all, it's not just good to know how you put on your shoes, but it's good to know why you put your shoes on that particular way. So for example, I'm going to put my right shoe on first in the morning, right? Because at the end of the day, remember, the right has primary importance, but I'm not going to tie the right shoe, right? Because remember, again, when it comes to tying, as we saw before, the left has primary importance because it's upon the left hand that tefillin is tied, that tefillin is wrapped. So if I'm going to put on my right shoe, not tie it, then put on my left shoe, tie my left shoe first. Why? Because again, the left has kedimos, the left has primacy when it comes to tying. And then after I tie my left shoe, then I go back and I tie my right shoe. So it's a right putting on, left tying, and then right tying. So the chein bishar bigadim. And the truth is, this model that we are espousing when it comes to tying shoes, the truth is the model for all clothing. In other words, in general, right is going to come before left, except in matters of tying, where ultimately, again, left will come before right. All right, Rabbi say, absolutely incredible. Wishing everyone, it's so good to see everyone. Baruch Hashem.
Any difference for left-handers?
No, there's actually one of these halachas that remains the same, even if you're left-handed. Right? So even if you're left-handed, Allah Lamaisa, still the process of putting on the shoes is exactly the same. Right, then left, and then tie right. All right, Chavra. Shkoyach, everyone.
Better than corpse dust.
Better than corpse dust. First of all, nothing is better than corpse dust. I just want to go on the record as saying that. You know, whoever thought corpse dust could be so exciting, so much Musar Haskell. But all right, we'll say almost as exciting as corpse dust. All right, have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye. David, I expected to see you on the hammock today.
No, I haven't been outside. I've been busy.
All right.